What's up kayo? I know that you guys really love the old videos from the Philippines and especially from Manila. So mayan bago na yon ha. This is the last film or the last video actually recorded in the city of Manila before it was destroyed in the Second World War. So we're gonna see some of the monuments, some buildings that do not exist anymore. They were destroyed in the Second World War by either the Americans or the Japanese. And as always, if you know the places, leave me a comment below and tell me your experiences from those places. Now let's watch the video. Manila is a shambles. All of its historic buildings, which you're about to see, were completely wrecked when American forces retook the city after 3 years, 1 month and 7 days of Japanese occupation. The destruction started by our air and naval bombardment was completed by the fleeing enemy. What you're about to see is the last pictorial record of the glory that was Manila and what continued world peace may once again restore it too. Yeah, it is being restored right now.
America has built the greatest flying ships in the world, planes to cross the Great Pacific, to bring us in closer and friendlier union with the Commonwealth of the Philippines.
So basically what we're seeing here is one of those old seaplanes. So it's gonna land on water. Now they had those big clipper, I think they were called clipper planes. I think there was Pan Am who operated them. And they would actually land underwater. They would be flying from here to Guam, to Hawaii, I think, and then on to San Francisco, something like that. It was just an amazing display, and it must have been amazing to fly in those. Okay, so I believe they landed in Cavite, if I'm not mistaken.
The seaplane base of the Philippine group is at Cavite, named after the place where Dewey destroyed the Spanish fleet in the famous Battle of Manila Bay.
Right, as you can see there, that was a seaplane. Now look at the 4 big propellers, right? I don't know how many people were in it, but it was not too many. But it was very comfortable, I know that. And unfortunately, we don't have those big sea-going planes anymore. We do have seaplanes, but not this big. Wow, look at that.
The City of Manila, capital of the Philippine Islands, is built along the colorful Pasig River. Whole families live on the fishing boats which line the riverbank.
Nice, there you go. You got the Pasig River, of course. You got the Jones Bridge with all the ornaments on, which we unfortunately don't have anymore. It looks nice, huh?
The river is spanned by several bridges,
okay,
both old and new.
Right.
The Manila
Post office
is a large and modern city at the crossroads of the 7 seas, important in the world's trade and commerce.
Ah, you got both the post office again, you got Jones Bridge again, you got the Lawton Park. I can actually see, is that the Metropolitan Theater over there in the back, I think? Yeah, which is also newly restored. Hopefully it will open very soon.
The busy streets are crowded with droves of carametas, native taxicabs.
Looks nice.
That glitter with shining brass and drawn by jingling horses that seem to slumber as they trot.
Oh, look at that. Look at the old cars. I love those.
The old city of Manila was founded in 1572 when the Spanish captured it from the Moros. This great wall was built to protect their newly acquired pride.
Right, Intramuros, huh?
The most famous gate through the wall is at Fort Santiago. Its top is ornately carved with the crest of ancient Spain.
Oh, that looks so nice. Well, unfortunately, that most of it was destroyed during Second World War, so it doesn't exactly look like that anymore. It looks very nice, but it does look different.
Within the walls of the old city, the churches and cathedrals retain much of the charm they possessed when built originally by the old padres. The Legislative Building, one of the most imposing buildings in the Philippines, is the seat of the new Commonwealth government.
Well, that's actually nowadays the National Museum, and I just heard it's open again. You can book tours there, you can visit again, so that's great.
The University of the Philippines is centrally located in the city.
Right.
It was founded in 1605, so it is the oldest university under the American flag.
1605, okay.
Manila is surrounded by many beautiful parks and gardens.
I wonder what that
On
is.
Sundays, it is not unusual to find many groups of lovely, dark-eyed maidens and their admirers strolling about,
Wow.
dressed in all the colorful finery which their picturesque costumes include.
Wow, look at them just dressed up, going to the park, you know, to enjoy themselves. I'm not really sure where this is because I kind of see a mountain in the back. So I doubt that this is Manila, no? But if you guys know, please leave me a comment below, huh?
The queer, decorative, highly starched sleeves are woven from the fine fibers of the pineapple plant,
Right.
gorgeously embroidered.
Nice,
The
huh?
material is called piña cloth and is one of the most expensive fabrics in the world.
Wow. Did you hear that? The piña fabric cloth from the Philippines is one of the most expensive in the world, huh? I like how they're all dressed up, you know, to go out there and meet up, you know, not like dating nowadays, right? In the mall or something, but it was actually in a park there with nice dresses on and, you know, to show off, diba? That's nice to see, huh? They're already smiling so much at that time, huh? Okay, so definitely not Manila, that's for sure. So where is this? Paksanhan maybe? Could be, no?
Outstanding among all scenic trips near Manila, and certainly the most thrilling, is an excursion to Pagsanhan Falls.
Ah, I told you, Paksanhan Falls.
Bangkas with 2 boatmen and 1 passenger negotiate these whirling rapids with breathtaking speed.
Nice.
Barqueros or boatmen are very skillful and cleverly maneuver the boat as it rolls from side to side, a passage that is full of thrill.
Galing, no? Hey, that's still one of the major tourist attractions near to Manila, right? I was there some years ago. It was just an amazing experience. It looks good, huh? Who's been on a trip like this? Anyone? Please leave me a comment below. Tell me if you've been on Paksanhan Falls, huh? In a boat like this. That's, wow, it's just an amazing trip, I think. Well, that's a long trip, huh?
The boat glides into smooth water, and the stunning beauty of Pagsanhan Falls suddenly comes before us.
Ayun. There you are. Nice.
Up in the pine-clad mountains of northern Luzon, amid exhilarating scenic splendor, are the famous rice terraces of Banaue.
Oh yeah,
Certainly
Panaue.
one of the wonders of the world.
Correct. It's also another very famous place, huh? Ayan. Unfortunately, we can't see it so clearly.
Igorote people have terraced the entire side of this deep valley for their
Okay.
rice paddies or fields. Each of these terraces is filled with water, which flows constantly from one field to another down the sides of the mountains to the stream at the bottom.
Okay.
A marvelous engineering feat, for whether the rainfall is heavy or light, the walls of these paddies do not wash out.
Wow,
The
that's
water
amazing.
continues to move slowly through field after field
Wow.
without harm.
That's
In
really
some
amazing.
places, the edges of the terraces are reinforced with stone,
Okay.
while others are merely clay. How many centuries have passed from the time of their construction to the present day, or how many centuries it took to build them, no one can say.
Well, that's really one of the wonders of the world and definitely a place to visit. I know there are rice terraces in other countries around Southeast Asia. Kaso yung Banaue terraces, I think, is the most well known around the world, no? Ano yun?
Little villages of stone houses
okay.
with thatched roofs
Really?
are located on the high terraces wherever the lack of water or soil has rendered the land useless for cultivation.
Okay.
Until recently, the Igorote men were headhunters, which doesn't mean they were cannibals
My
in the
God.
sense of the word. They simply took heads from their native enemies as a punitive measure against anyone who encroached on the carefully planted rice terraces of another.
Wow, Headhunters! Just that recently, so we are talking like around 100 years ago or something. Oh my god, Headhunters. Yeah, I know, I heard about that. I just didn't know it was that recent. And then, of course, there were cannibals, but according to him, they weren't really cannibals, they were just headhunters. Okay lang yun, they just cut off the head. And is that the one they shrink, I guess? No, diba? Oh.
One of the few musical instruments in the world which is played by the nose.
Really?
Found here in this remote community in the high mountains of northern Luzon.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The Igorote's costume is so scant that the only place where he can carry his matches and tobacco is in a little woven straw hat.
That's it?
Worn perched on the back of the
nice. And well, that's a homemade cigar, isn't it?
The women do the harvesting of rice, and in what seems to be a laborious method, they pick each stalk separately and bind them in bunches.
Really? That's a hard labor, huh? That's a lot of work, my goodness.
The men carry the rice to the village on long poles balanced over their shoulders.
Okay. Nice.
The women continually turn the bunches in the warm sun to dry.
Wow, can you imagine that was life before, huh? Not like now, huh? If we don't have internet connection, we're already complaining.
Consider tattooing a sign of beauty, and their arms are almost covered with designs. When their work in the rice fields is finished, the women turn to these crude hand looms to make their clothing.
But you can really see the tattoos on her arm, right? And of course, they're doing a lot of handicraft. It's usually like that out in the mountainous areas. Oh my god, is this a head?
The feuds which rage from time to time among the various tribes
What's
are
that?
usually ended by one side capturing a head from the other.
It was.
This is a signal for rejoicing, and there is a dance of victory.
Oh my god.
Warriors put on their best regalia and reenact in this dance the story of their great achievement. It is called the head dance because it symbolizes the capturing of a head.
Okay. So does any one of you guys out there watching my channel, do you guys have a grandfather who was a headhunter? I would really love to know the story from somebody like that. Imagine that, huh? Headhunters, yeah. So that's the head there in the middle, isn't it? It must be. My gosh. Do they still do that? Because I want to go and see that, if they actually still do that up in the mountains. That could be so interesting.
Savagery, combined with the tropical beauty we have seen here in the islands of the Philippines, makes this a land rich in travel magic.
Nice. Oh, see? They're really fighting there. So he's capturing the head. Nice, nice. Never seen anything like that here. Oh, the end? Huh? That was fast. Whoa, that glimpse of Manila before the war was very short. Much shorter than I expected. But I like the Headhunters. Now, I would really like to go up and see the Headhunters. It was nice to see the Jones Bridge, you know, before it was destroyed. And as I said here, this was the last footage made in the Philippines before the destruction of Manila. So, well, we got a few glimpses, no? Not as much as I expected, but still, I like the way the young people were smiling, like when they're going out courting each other and stuff like that. Looked really, really nice, huh? So guys, again, tell me your memories of the old Manila, and let's look forward to a brand new Manila. As always, if you like my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click that bell button so you'll be notified whenever I have new videos for you. Alright, maraming salamat. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and of course the bell button so you'll be notified when we have new videos for you.